Shalom Israel, Shalom. All praise and honor and glory goes to Yahweh Shem Shah, the Wadi Yahweh Shem Shah, for giving us the apostles and the elders of Greatmillstone, who deserve double honors, rightfully so. Shalom to you, Akim, pushing the word in sincerity and in truth and being face-to-face. Alright? And staying humble in this thing. Alright? Because this thing of ours is getting pushed. And everybody's coming out and they watching. They know where it's coming from. Alright? The Greatmillstone. Alright? Apostles on down. Okay? Got a quick couple of scriptures. Lord willing to be edifying to the hopeful elect. And let's get right to it. Alright? This is Psalms 147 verse 19. Alright? He showeth his words unto Jacob. Alright? What are those words? The words in the book. Alright? You know what I'm saying? If you go back, he gave the law, statutes, and commandments to Moses, and Moses he gave that to the children of Israel, which is Jacob. Alright? He showed his words. Alright? You Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which y'all don't want. Y'all want everything else in this society, but y'all don't want the righteousness. Okay? He showed his words unto Jacob, his statutes, and his judgments. Alright? His judgments is what all the things that we're gonna have to do according to the scriptures, right? And judge righteously. Alright? And judge and condemn the rest of these people that of their judgment that's to come. Alright? And most of the ultimate judgment is those missiles. Okay? Alright, for all their wickedness of the society. Okay? He showed his words unto Jacob, his statutes, and his judgments unto Israel. Alright? He showed, he said, listen, these are things you're not supposed to be doing. You see them other nations? Don't follow them. Numerous times he showed that to most of the prophets. Look what they do. Don't be like those people. Alright? Alright, let's get a couple of commentaries here. Alright, Alright. Okay, this is Psalms chapter 78, verse 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel. Okay? The law statute here, when Moses was on the top speaking to the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah, he established all the law statute commandments with Moses, 613. And he brought those down, and then and people, the children of Israel still went off. Okay? We still did the wrong thing. Alright? But that was through the Spirit. Because the Lord said He's gonna put in our inward thoughts. Alright? We ain't gonna never go off in the kingdom. But right now in the society, because this is where we're being judged at for all our wickedness. When we was in the wilderness, when we was in Egypt, whatever wickedness all the way up to this day, the Lord is judging us. That's judgment on the earth. Okay? Alright? For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed the law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children. You see? That's the law statute supposed to be taught through generations. Okay? Most of our fathers in this society, they don't teach their kids the right things. And most kids, even though they don't have fathers, and the older men is supposed to be guiding these young youth out here. Which if you say something to these little knuckleheads out here, they go tell their parents, hey, he said something to me, and then there's a fucking fight. Because you tell them don't cross the street in the middle of the fucking street by your damn self. What you doing out here by yourself? Where's your mother? Where's your father? That's why nowadays you just gotta mind your fucking business. Let these motherfuckers just run rampant until the Lord deal with them. Alright? Alright. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, let's get to this one here. Alright. We're gonna get that one. Then we're gonna bring this home. Lord willing, this be edifying because this place is filled with wickedness, man. And it's already hard just to be trying to do the right thing and don't fall into the traps, man. Don't fall into the snares of the traps, because you can see these people crazy, man. They out of their damn mind. Alright, no wonder this be edifying, because I had a few commentaries, and you try to do it, you want to do it to the best of your ability of righteousness. You don't want, alright. Alright, this is Psalms chapter 103, verse 7. He made known his ways unto Moses. There you go. Alright, he made known his ways unto Moses. Because Moses was a righteous, a meek man to the Lord. He was very meek, and the more the Lord set up men, he already know who's who and what's what. So Moses had to be one of those men that was back then building the galaxies, or building the earth. Whenever it was being built at that time, he was there. He had to establish. The Lord knew who he is. So he knew. He said he knew you before you was in the belly. Okay. He made known his ways unto Moses, his acts unto the children of Israel. Okay? Alright. So all the stuff that's going on, all the things that the Lord told Moses, he told the children of Israel. He didn't tell nobody else. He didn't give this thing to nobody else. This is too special. Okay? Everybody, it's not for everybody. Those that was there in the beginning, that 144,000, they was there with the Lord. When they built the galaxy, the earth, and everything that was put together, they was there. Alright, the Moses had to be there too. Alright, this is 2 Timothy's chapter 2. So 2 Timothy's chapter 3, verse 15. And that from a child thou have known the Holy Scriptures. Alright, you knew the Holy Scriptures back then. Alright, the Lord with Moses, they had sit downs, and they read it to their children, and their children read it to their children, but somewhere it was a block. Alright, but this is the Great Awakening. Since 2007, the Great Awakening. The men have been out there, but this is the Great Awakening. Alright, and that from a child thou have known the Holy Scriptures, which are able to make thee wise. See? Unto salvation. That's right. Those things that you're going through right now, it's going to fix you. It's going to refine you to being hard and understand if it's a war, and when it gets to that point, you're going to know why that you surviving. All right, you're going to know the Lord is dealing with you unto salvation. So all your wise ways in action is going to be manifest through the Lord's judgment on you. All right, and the mercy. Alright, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith. See, having your faith, which is in Mashiach Yahushua. All scriptures is given by interpretation of God, and is profitable for doctrine. Alright, the right doctrine. Alright, the interpretation is the right ways. Alright, so you can't make this your private interpretation. Okay. And is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instructions in righteousness. That's the key. In righteousness, that the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. I don't think I pronounced this word right. Let me see what this is. Let's see if I can get this through the Spirit. Alright. I'm sure I did, but but this is beautiful, man, because that's what it's about. Correction. The men raised you up, right? They didn't do nothing. They did everything correct to the Spirit Yahweh Shemel Shah.
Thoroughly.
Alright, I did say it right. Salaki. Alright? Because thoroughly, we're gonna be pushed to being hard men, or you're gonna be pushed to be hard men, or you're gonna be pushed out. Either way, it's gonna make you or break you. All right. So you ready to just make you a better man. All right. And through the Spirit Yahweh Shemel Shah. All right. Let's read that again. All right. Salakia. Alright. All scriptures is given by interpretation of God, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. See, that's the man of the Lord. Yahweh Shema Shah set up Great Millstone through great works. Man, the apostles just got great work, and everybody see it. They being glorified, and y'all hate it. Okay, you scoffers hate it. All right, let's get this one right here. We're gonna bring this home. Alright, we're doing this correct. Ultimate Spirit, Yahweh Shema Shah. Alright, Romans chapter 9. We're going to start at verse 3. Alright. For I could wish that myself were accused from Mashiach, Yahushua, for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh. My kinsmen according to the flesh. Alright? Because there's a pedigree to this. Alright? Your father's father, is through generations. That's what this is not about how you say, this is not about it's not a fleshy thing, it's a spiritual thing, but it's still a fleshy thing, because through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, the spirit is going to be in those men's flesh, and they're gonna know that this is the right way. Alright, they're gonna know, they're gonna hear it, and gonna be, oh, that pertains to me. I can feel it in my spirit. Because like the apostles always said, if it's not for you, if you're not an Israelite, you're gonna die. Alright, that's it. The wheat and the tares. The angels are gonna separate the wheat and the tares. Okay, so there's no way that all this stuff is not gonna. If it doesn't resonate with you, then you know it's not for you. Alright, even for the 2/3. Alright. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption? See, the Lord gonna get us back. And the glory, and the covenant, the law, the contract, okay? The contract, covenant. And the covenant, and the giving of the law. See, the Lord only gave one people the law. Alright? You can't receive it, it's not for you. The giving of the law, and the service of God, and the promise. If we go back, he promised Abraham, your seed is going to flourish. He said he said Pacific seed. He said Abraham said he had a few kids, but he chose Isaac to be that vessel of righteousness, to bring in that vessel. And then Isaac brought in Jacob and Esau. All right, and the Lord chose Jacob. Alright, promise. Alright, let's bring this home. Let's go back to Psalms, Salakia. Alright, this is Psalms 147, verse 19. He showeth his words unto Jacob, the Lord's statute commandments, his statutes, his laws, and his judgment, his righteous salvation that's to come. And they had to have visions back then too. Okay? So this is going to happen in the future. This is going to happen. The Lord judge you in the spirit world, and you play out your judgment on earth. He showeth his words unto Jacob, his statutes, and his judgment unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. Okay? Right there, that's a racist statement. He has not dealt so with any nation. So what the fuck why you mad at me for? Why you mad at the apostles for? He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgment, they have not known him. They didn't know the glory of the Lord. They didn't know what's going to happen in the future. The Lord gave to the righteous men. Alright? Praise ye Yahweh Shema Shah. Okay? That's the name, the Father's name, and the Son's name. Alright? That was given back then too. Because Moses asked his name. And with that, all praise and honor and glory goes to Yahweh Shema Shah, the Wadi Yahweh Shema Shah, for giving us the apostles and the elders of Greatmillstone. Shalom to you, Akim.